My first guest this evening is from the greater Salt Lake area, or at least he's been here for quite a few years, but we don't see him as much as we used to, and that's a good thing because he's spending a lot of time in Los Angeles and he is making his way in the film business, and it is my true pleasure to welcome back to the program Sohrab Mirmont.
Thank you, sir. I'm
Good
well.
to see you, man.
Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for having me.
Look at you.
Thank you. Well, last time I was here, you looked like $1 million. Right now, you look like $1 million as well.
Stop.
I had to bring it.
Stop.
I put on the Pharrell hat. There's my Pharrell. I'm the Persian
Dude,
version.
Kind of like the Persian Pharrell, the Persian version. The Pharrell, the Persian version.
Watch out, Pharrell.
You're going to have to start a rap career, probably.
I'd love to. If film doesn't work out.
That's right.
I've already written some rap. Yeah.
Well, you know, there's a lot of great Persian musicians that have made a lot of impact in Western music, which I think is fantastic.
Absolutely.
And, well, you've got the art in your blood and your veins.
In the veins, yeah. Thanks to my uncle. Yeah.
Thanks. So if the film thing doesn't work out.
It may not.
Speaking of, man, what's new? We don't see you so much around these parts.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've been sad about it because I love Utah. I have family here in Utah. But I have been splitting my time between here and LA. The last time I was here, I was in LA full time. Now I've got family in Ogden, so I come back and forth. This last year has been super busy with film work. I've been doing a lot of first assistant directing work. I did 3 or 4 features this last year as a first AD. One of them just got into Sundance, which is awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What film was that?
It's called Snatchers.
Snatchers.
Yeah, it was directed by 2 long life best friends. They met each other when they were 4 years old, and you'd see them on set, and their synergy was so awesome.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the way that they would break up and go give direction, it's actually it's funny. Like I work with so many different directors and producers and different filmmakers because I not only direct, I also DP, shoot films.
Yeah, sure.
First AD, produce, and I've worked with a variety of directors, a lot of great ones. But the moment we stepped on set with these guys, and I'm kind of going on a tangent on this movie.
It's okay. I love it.
The moment I stepped on set with these guys, I just instantly knew like their energy level and the way that they appreciated the crew and the cast and the way they knew everybody's name, and like every morning, every night they would thank everybody individually.
Costs nothing.
Nothing.
Return on investment completely
extraordinary.
Limitless.
Yeah,
completely limitless. And I guess I just looked at the monitor now, so I see that we're getting some video. Talk a little bit about this. Is a montage of a different.
Yeah, this is a montage of some stuff that I've done this last year. This is a music video that I directed and produced.
Oh, no kidding. Who was that for?
It's a woman named Nikki Moore. She's an actress and she also does a lot of music. She's really good. So this one got into the LA Film Festival. Just a few months ago, which was pretty awesome. And we shot this in LA. And this is scenes from, now it's going back and forth. This is my demo reel, really. So this is a music video I did here in Utah. This is a music video I did in LA for an artist who just got signed by a pretty big label that we can't say yet.
Ah, nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
To artist.
To him, yes.
And to you as well.
His name is Cameron. This is Cameron Rafferty. I think he's been on,
I know Cameron.
He's been on the show many times.
Absolutely. In fact, I haven't seen him in a little while, but I've been following his ascent as well, which is really exciting. He's fantastic.
Yeah, he's
a great
awesome.
guy, too.
Awesome dude, good friend of mine. This is Jillian Murray. She's an actress who agreed to come be in my music video. She stars in the TV show Code Black. And this is Dita Von Teese, who's a huge fashion icon.
Big fan.
So I produced this video for her book called Your Beauty Mark. It's one of her newer books that she just came out with. This was an awesome piece we did in LA.
She's a fascinating person. Talk about somebody who has taken what some people might define as a niche and turned it into a really great business.
Yeah, absolutely. She's kind of
super pro.
Yeah, she's turned it mainstream. And you see her in person, and it's, man, she looks amazing in person. Like she looks like she's coming out of a magazine. But the way she also carries herself, the essence behind her, has a lot to do with someone's success, is the way you carry yourself.
No question, no question. And I've read a little bit, I'll give away my fancy side here, but while slumming around on the internet, I read an article about kind of her lifestyle and how, the way, like you say, the way that she looks is, she's like an elite athlete in terms of the way that she takes care of herself, her body, her skin, everything. And of course she's, talk
skin.
She's lighting
She is.
herself. I've
Yeah,
never seen
we
that
needed
person.
no lights for that commercial. It was just her. We're like, well, this is too much light. We got to stop it down a little.
So here's a question for you, because I know just enough to be dangerous about the workings of a film set, but talk a little bit, if you would, about kind of where doing first AD work fits for you right now. I mean, obviously you've done a lot of things here in Utah, where you're the helmer, where you're the DP. First AD, a little bit of a different job. Is that are you kind of a unit guy that has sort of his own set for this series of scenes? Is that the way that that works?
Well, the first AD is basically you're directing all the technical of the set, and you're basically, your main priorities are making sure that everyone's safe on set, making sure that everybody's doing their job within the time that's allotted, and you're basically the middle guy between the directors and everybody else, and also the middle guy between the producers and the directors and everybody else. So like back in old school Hollywood days, and still on bigger budgets, the studio executives would actually hire the first AD as an insurance policy.
Oh, interesting.
So, like, if the director's not doing well, it's on the AD to like whip him into shape and crack him to be on time or on schedule. And if the studio doesn't like how the AD is running the set, they get rid of the AD. They bring in somebody else. It's actually a very stressful job. And like the Directors Guild of America's average age of death for first ADs is like 54 years old. Yeah. So it's not something that I want to be doing for much longer, to be honest with you. I kind of fell into it just because I started as a producer-director, and running a set is kind of it's kind of instinct now.
Yeah, you know how to do it. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I just kind of got into just helping people run their movies. But now, working on bigger budgets, higher budgets, like this last one we did that was Snatchers, that's in Sundance. The parent company behind it was Warner Brothers. And the budget on it was a little bit higher, and the one before that was a really big budget called Small Town Crime that I AD'd. And the pressure on those films is just, it's huge.
Intense.
Yeah, and it falls on the first AD quite a bit. So Small Town Crime was produced by John Kelly, who did Deadpool.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah, quite other big ones.
Big time guy.
Always wanted to work with that dude. I finally got the chance as the first AD, but people really watch you as a first AD. So it's like you either are kicking butt and they take notice, and then they hire you again, or you're kicking butt but then you screw up one time, or there's one day where time doesn't achieve itself.
Sure.
But anyways, it's a good job, and the reason that I actually am doing it is because producing, directing, it's all about working with people, being able to having a good sense about people,
Yes.
And first ADing is all about that. It's like you deal with so many different levels of emotions and so many different tempers, because you have your production assistants you're dealing with, and then you have your grip team, who are always like they're hardcore people.
Right. Those are the guys.
Yeah,
those are the guys that don't give a what about anybody on that film.
Yeah. And then you're also working with the actors, and it's like you have to maintain all these different levels of calmness between everybody, so you can have a good.
And I would imagine that as I know you to be a very even and very tranquil person, I'm sure that is a priceless ability or instinct to be able to do all of those things when you're in a stressful position, but also the gift to be able to relieve the stress from the other people is what makes those teams work great.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah.
cool. But you're an artist, man. You gotta be the art thing, right?
Go to the creative. Yeah.
Good for you.
But that's
cool.
That's great. What you just said is being able to make other people calm when they're not calm. I mean, that's a huge gift, huge asset.
Absolutely.
Which I think is the biggest thing I've taken away from first ADing.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a break, and when we come back, talk about the future.
Copy you.
I got it. Right on.
Pop.
So Rob is back. I'll be back in just a moment, because I love you. Welcome back. We're talking filmmaking, inspiration, staying calm in the eye of the storm, and lots of other important topics, including the future of my guest, Sohrab Mirmont. Dude.
Hello. Welcome.
It's 2017.
Is it already?
It's pretty much. I'm ready for that to be now.
Yeah, just to see what's coming.
Yeah. 2016, a little bit of a tough year, but that's okay. I'm taking stock. It's funny. I think maybe I'm finally growing up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm kind of doing some of the end of year stuff that all my peers have been doing for like 30 years. But it's okay. Yeah, that stuff is
That's
crazy.
for kids.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
But here we are, and
Yes.
I mean, it sounds like you're coming. Would you say that 2016 was your best year? I mean, maybe because you were doing more stuff that's not quite your
question.
favorite.
I'd say 2016 was a great development year. I wouldn't say it's my best year. I think my best year is probably yet to come still.
Of course.
You know that thing
Well played. Well played.
Thank you. You know that thing Facebook has where it's like your year in 2016 recapped and does that little video thing? I have not done mine because I don't. It's just.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say I don't care, but and it's not to overly characterize 2016 as a terrible year, but yeah, I'm interested in what's coming up.
What's coming up? Yeah. So I used all of 2016 to basically save up some dough.
Nice.
A good amount of dough, so so I could work on building up my production company and being able to really self-sufficiently create a feature film or any kind of film projects without too much outside investment. So
yeah, especially because that slows things down to get
slows
to
things.
first day on set, and then of course you got people with the money are always
the client
always pulling those
yes,
strings.
they want you to do so many things that don't necessarily fit with your vision or whatnot.
absolutely.
I find that myself, like I do a lot of client work. I do music videos and commercials and such, but I'm not as creative when I work for clients as when I just do my own thing. So 2016 was just built to get my camera truck. So I now own a camera truck, own a lighting truck, a grip truck, sound gear. So the last couple of productions I've done, I've only, or our production company has only had to pay out labor costs, all the equipment we have.
Wow, that's huge, man.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Congratulations, good for you.
Thank you very much.
That's a big achievement, and
Thank you.
I think we all, in all of our different businesses, realize that at some point you got to become an owner, and not in a specific definition of that word, but you got to own your ish.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. You got to own your content. You got to own your stuff that makes the content.
That's great, man. That's exciting.
Yeah, thank you. So now I'm just working on a couple scripts, a couple story ideas to turn into a feature. I'm looking for my next feature. I have one that's a sci-fi, that's a pretty big one. It's had interest from almost everybody you can think of.
Nice.
But getting somebody to sign the check is taking a while.
Sure.
So we're still working on that one, but it's on the side burner, not the back burner, because it could happen at any time. But until then, I'm also working on some lower budget, independent, heartfelt, story-driven projects. Yeah.
And do you have an idea of what amount of time you'll spend in Utah versus out in LA this coming year?
Well, I'm definitely going to be here until after Sundance.
Nice.
And then I'm definitely going to go back for a few months at least, just because I've been here already for probably 6 or 7 months this year. And I'm not tired of Utah, but I am getting real sick of the cold.
It's the last week, especially up in Ogden area. It's pretty chilly.
It's been pretty bad, yeah. So, but I think I'll still probably be half and half. And for me, it's always about where the projects are. So,
of course.
At the moment, I would just be going back to LA to hang out and develop. But we'll see where the future takes me.
So great, man. I really appreciate the opportunity to sit with you. I know that everybody who meets you, everybody who knows you, always says, man, that guy's going places. And it's a thrill to get to watch this happen, knowing what a wonderful person you are and how much you've supported this place over many years.
Totally, man. Yeah, I started here.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, it's my privilege to have you here on set and to catch up and to hear all your tales and your stories. And I hope you'll come back. You should come back during Sundance.
I'd love to.
And this place we'll be blowing the roof off of this joint. And I would love to have you as part of that, my man.
I'd love to, Terry. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
Appreciate it. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Where should folks go on the world of social media?
Well,
Sohrab.
You can go to Sohrab yourself. I like that. Have you been Sohrab lately?
Oh, I just got Sohrab.
Oh yeah, Terry got Sohrab. Have you?
Look at his face.
You can go to mirmont.net, mirmont.net, and that's my production company website. It has links to everything else.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's clean. I like it.
It's clean. Boom.
All the best, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Be well.
Thank
See
you.
you soon.
You as well.